My dearest Earth brothers and sisters, this is Ashtar speaking. I greet you in love and unity. Something bad or unpleasant happens to you, or if something is bad or unpleasant in your life, often your problem isn't that thing. Often your problem is your resistance to that thing. As soon as you release your resistance to it, it may very well be the case that your suffering ends. Pain is unavoidable, but suffering is optional. Plus, if you release resistance, often your soul will see that the lesson has been learned and there's no need anymore for that unpleasant thing to be in your life. This doesn't always happen, but it certainly can happen. So for example, suppose that you are currently single and deeply bothered by that. You feel that you need to be in a relationship and you are in resistance to being single. Then from my perspective, likely your problem isn't that you're single. Likely your problem is that you're in resistance to being single. And letting go of this resistance can actually be a step towards helping you find a partner. This is not a guarantee, but it can work out that way. What if that unpleasant thing that is in your life, such as being single, is actually a gift? What if it's a priceless opportunity to release resistance, or to learn certain lessons that are easier to learn whilst single? Perhaps in the future, you will look back and generally be grateful for this unpleasant thing that today you are cursing, because you will be happy with who you are, and you will see that this unpleasant thing helped you to become who you are. Right now you might be thinking, well, I have an unpleasant thing in my life, I don't like it. I'm certain that this thing being in my life is not for my highest good. Well, yes, that is indeed possible. Your soul orchestrates a lot of your life to help you learn lessons and achieve soul growth. But your soul doesn't orchestrate all of your life. Sometimes things just suck. That is also true. Yes, there is a divine plan, but that divine plan works on a macro scale. The divine plan says that Earth humans will be free. The divine plan doesn't say that on the 11th of July 2024, Anne will spill coffee on John's suit. From John's perspective, it could be the case that Anne spilled coffee on his suit and it wasn't for his highest good, and it wasn't orchestrated by his soul. It just sucks. That is possible. However, don't be too quick to say that something just sucks. Things like that seem like they just suck. May very well be orchestrated by your soul, and there may be important lessons there to learn. Or this unpleasant thing could be a great opportunity to release resistance or excessive detachment. By the way, sometimes in your world it's said that attachments are bad. This is often a Western misunderstanding of Buddhist doctrine. I don't recommend buying into the notion that all attachments are bad, under the normal English definition of these words. After all, what would the world look like if parents weren't attached to their children, or if spouses weren't attached to each other? For the vast majority of people, relationships and family are hugely important to their well-being and joy and growth, and it would be nearly psychopathic to have zero attachment to your friends and parents and children and spouses. For most people, sitting alone on a mountaintop and having literally zero attachments isn't for their highest good. So attachments aren't a problem. Excessive attachments are a problem. Or you could say that craving is a problem. Or you could say that clinging on to things is a problem. Or you could say that resistance is a problem. These things are all, of course, slightly different, but they can be problems, whereas attachment by itself isn't problematic. Let's go back to our main topic of resistance. Let's say that you are noticing that you are in resistance to something, but you're confused because there isn't a clear reason for your resistance to that thing. Then it might be the case that you had an unpleasant experience with that thing in a past life, and that is where your resistance comes from. For example, suppose you are often anxious about your partner cheating on you, even though no one has cheated on you in this life, and there's no reason to suspect that your partner will cheat on you. Well, it might be that in a past life you were cheated on, you still carry that energy forward. Or it might be the case in a past life you cheated on your partner. You still feel guilty about that. If you have unfairly hurt someone else, that can actually lead to a stronger energy that you carry forward into the next life than if someone hurt you unfairly. If you remember that you hurt someone in a past life, you can say out loud, for example, I apologise to everyone whom I cheated on in a past life. I am sorry. Please forgive me. This is a very specific case. How do you release resistance in general? Well, it's good to remind yourself that you are a reincarnating soul. You are merely experiencing your physical body and brain. Once you truly understand that, a lot of things that the Earth people are often in resistance to will no longer seem so desperate, because it's all just experiences. Pleasant experiences are still just experiences at the end of the day, so why would your soul, you, resist them? It's good to remind yourself that likely your soul's purpose in this life is either to learn something or to experience something, or to be of service. Well, no matter what you do, you are guaranteed to succeed at learning things and experiencing things. Also, you are guaranteed to succeed at being of service, because your very presence on this world is an offering of energetic support to the rest of humanity, so your life's purpose will automatically succeed. Sure, it's possible to succeed to a greater or lesser extent, but to a reincarnating soul, it's success even if you only succeed to a moderate degree. After all, you have infinite time and infinite lives to learn your lessons, have your experiences, and do all the service work that you wish. So you already are succeeding, and you can rest easy in that and give yourself credit for that. Great job. I'm not just playing with words here. I mean it. You're doing a great job. And furthermore, if you want to release resistance, you can use the method that I shared in my message titled Ashtar. Observe, feel, and only then decide if you want to go into the thought. So for example, if you are currently single and deeply bothered by that, you can firstly observe that you're thinking these thoughts. Notice how that feels in your body. Then you can fully feel these emotions, which might take a long time. You'll open yourself up to feeling your emotions. You're automatically healing your pain and letting go of your resistance. After observing and feeling, you can then decide if you want to go into the thought and start thinking along those lines, and or if you want to take practical action. I hope this was helpful. I love you very much, and I consider each and every one of you to be part of me. You have my deepest respect for how well you're doing. Frankly, most souls would do worse than how you're doing right now. You're doing amazing, and you are amazing. Your star brother, Ashtar.